Hello and welcome to the weather update. It is about 9:30, October 4th, 2021, and kind of a gloomy, cloudy, misty, cool day on Long Island, but a warm and humid one if you were in New Jersey, south of this warm front where you're dealing with temperatures in the 80s. But for us, we were dealing with temperatures in the upper 60s and low 70s. Still damp, but definitely a lot better than what they were dealing with in New Jersey right now. So let's take a look at what our current conditions are across the area. So you can see this backdoor cold front that is going to sink southward. So we're still in the mid-60s. Dew points are in the mid-60s as well. Dew points closer to 70 in New Jersey. But I want to show you these high temperatures because there's a huge difference in the high temperatures today across the area depending on where you are. You could see Long Island only in the upper 60s to around 70, but look at New Jersey and you'll see here temperatures in the 80s, mid-80s in places like Toms River, Ocean County, Monmouth County, and mostly Jersey south of the Raritan there, getting at least to 80 or higher. The north part of Jersey, though, was cooler, but you could clearly see where this front had set up across the area, where it's set up right over here in this area, right over here. The front was literally stuck right about over here. And that is where it stayed throughout much of the day. It did not move at all. It looked like it was going to try to make a run at Long Island, possibly get into Long Island, but it never really did. If we look at the current satellite, you will see if we extend this loop, make it a long 96 frame loop, and you'll see that this here it is right here. Here's the warm front right there, stuck. See, it just never moved. It got stuck there. It hung up just south of Long Island, so we never got into the hot air. Fortunately for Long Island, we didn't have to deal with that heat that they were dealing with in New Jersey. I mean, that is like 15 degrees above the normal high for this time of the year, which is incredible. I mean, 84 in Toms River is just unbelievably brutal for October the 4th for certain. So let's now go and look at the latest with the tropics, because yes, Sam is still out there, folks. It is still going. Unbelievably. So here is the latest public advisory on Sam. Sam is racing northeastward over the North Atlantic, expected to transition to a powerful post-tropical cyclone tonight. So as of 9 p.m., it is located at 45.1 north, 42.5 west, about 520 miles east of Cape Race, Newfoundland. Max sustained winds are still 90 miles an hour. It's moving northeast at 36 miles an hour, so it's really now accelerating very quickly. Minimum sunshine pressure 965 millibars to 8.50 inches. As far as the extent of hurricane force winds, they now extend up to 80 miles from the center. Tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 275 miles from the center. So, as it goes toward an extratropical status, it grows in size exponentially. And here is the cone. So, here you go. This is crazy. It's going to sit south of Iceland. They have it as a post-tropical storm, but to see something this far north is just a sign of the climate changing for our eyes. Eventually, we will see hurricanes hit places like Iceland and Greenland, which will be absolutely devastating to the ice sheets there. But hey, you know, because of those warmer oceans, this is what we get. Let's now take a look and see what Sam looks like on the satellite. First, we will go and take a look at Sam on the GOES satellite. And you clearly see starting to lose its tropical characteristics now as it heads far north. You could see it's like kind of turning into a hybrid, but it's definitely losing its tropical characteristics as far as the warm core and the eye wall and the eye and all that. They're all disappearing as it finally gets over some colder waters. We're going to go take a look at what the water temperatures are, looking at where Sam is exactly. So let's go to the MODIS satellite so we can take a look at the MODIS satellite. And there's Sam again. Look at how far north Sam is. How far north and east Sam is. That is incredible. And you can see a lot of smoke coming from these wildfires here going on in Manitoba. Yep, we're dealing with that too as well. We may have to be dealing with some of that smoke. Perhaps it might wind up getting into our area, perhaps. But looking at all this, you see here is Sam. And again, incredible to see something that far north. It really is just incredible to see. It really is. So, yeah, let me go to earthnullschool.net, and we can actually look and see what the water temperatures are in this area here. And we'll pull that up. We're going to actually look. Here's Sam right there. So let's look at the actual sea surface temperatures here across the area, or sea surface temperature anomaly first. You can see well above normal. We've got a 4-degree anomaly, so it's definitely warmer than it should be. Let's see what the water temperatures are where Sam is. We're still got a pocket of water temperatures near 70 degrees in this area that I have circled right here, which is incredible. Incredible to see that kind of extent to the warm water going that far north, and very disturbing, to be honest with you. Very disturbing. Let's look at another satellite loop of Sam from the tropical tidbits, and you'll see here it definitely is starting to look extra tropical. It's definitely getting caught up in the jet stream now and pretty much getting torn apart, but it is still a very potent storm, and it's still going to cause some issues. And again, if you look at some of these models here, you'll see they take it just south to Iceland. It's incredible to see something, a circulation that far north. Absolutely incredible to see. That is for sure. Very unusual. Very unusual to see something like that. So let's now take a look at the models. And they seem to have an issue with NSEP, experiencing data flow issues. So maybe another internet problem again. Today we've had a lot of sites, especially Facebook, being out for like 5+ hours. It's completely unacceptable. Let's go to the upper air. Let's go to this is the 18Z GFS we're looking at. So let me go to the upper air. And actually, I want to go to the North Atlantic, guys. So we want to kind of look and see what this is going to be doing here. This is, again, Sam. And you can see it kind of gets caught up and kind of gets stuck south of between Greenland and Iceland. It gets caught in a spot where lows have a habit of getting caught quite frequently. And again, if you were look at the jet stream here, which is not available on here. We have 200 MB wind. All right, well, this is close enough. This kind of showed the jet stream. You see that jet stream is just way up there. Way up there. And you can see just not much of a jet stream here when you're looking at this. I mean, this is just a huge mess. A huge mess. So this indicates that it's going to be hard to predict the weather at the surface. We're not going to have the normal patterns that we normally have, and things aren't going to be moving from west to east like they normally do. So let's go into this week. So you see this high is going to be building down from the north, and that should help dry us out and bring in some drier air. Not all that much cooler, but it will bring in some drier air and maybe even get some sunshine by Wednesday. And then another high tries to build down from the north on the weekend. So that'll hopefully keep us dry. And then look at this. It's developing something off here. You can see there's just no order to this. The models don't even know what to do at this point. And look at this high. This is what we see around the middle of the month. This high just coming straight down. But this is a pattern that we've got to watch out for, because if that high is weaker, any tropical storm, it could get stuck here. It could get torn into our area. But look at this. I mean, it develops something and then pushes it south and west into. That is insane. So this is the kind of really weird pattern that we're getting ourselves into. So let's take a look at the latest HRRR so we can take a look at our precipitation chances. We have enough of that in the 0Z. So you'll see we have a slight chance of showers, but it's generally going to be drying out with a little drizzle. That's going to end by Tuesday. And then we'll have drier weather moving in. And you'll see the drier air will also be moving in. So looking here, you see those dew points still kind of up there, but they kind of start dropping as we head into the day tomorrow with dew points in the 50s across Long Island. Moister air to the south and the west. But you can see, especially as you head into Wednesday, even drier air starts coming into the picture. Let me look at the GFS. show you what I mean. So dry area really starts coming to the picture Wednesday, and that'll help hopefully clear a lot of these clouds out. We may actually have a nice day Wednesday and maybe even Thursday, but then the moisture kind of tries to come back at us Friday before yet another high builds into New England with a very strong easterly wind on Saturday. So yeah, a very unusual pattern for sure. And then we have to watch for this tropical. I mean, this is just so weird. I've just never seen anything like this. Very weird, especially for October. Sometimes you see these backdoor patterns in March, April, or May, but to see it in October is really unusual. So tomorrow, probably not going to be getting that warm, but you could see 70s, low 70s a good bet for Wednesday. Low 70s also a good bet for Thursday. Friday, we could get up into the mid 70s with some of that warmer air coming in. And then behind that next cold front for the weekend, we drop back into the upper 60s. Hopefully, at least it'll be a little closer to normal. Let's take a look at our skies. Obviously, plenty of clouds around for your day tomorrow, though. There could be a couple of breaks. Wednesday is when we could actually wind up clearing it out and having a mostly sunny day across Long Island as some clear air builds in from the north. And that may last for us onto Thursday, too, before we start dealing with more clouds on Friday. But then another push of air may come in and push some of these clouds away. So that's let's go and look at the RGEM model with that as well. So here's the RGEM, and you can see plenty of clouds. You can see maybe a few breaks tomorrow. But look at Wednesday. We could go mostly sunny. So Wednesday could wind up turning out to be a nice day, which we didn't originally think was going to happen this week. And Thursday, we may also have another nice day with maybe a few more clouds around. So yeah, at least it's looking better this week than it did with that strong high pressure that's building back from the northeast. Very unusual, but at least it's pushing the clouds and the crap away. The question is, will it push the smoke away? So let's go to the latest HRRR smoke model, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to have enough into the 0Z. So let's go to the 18Z model for that, and we'll take a look and see what it does with the wildfires, because we have these wildfires now in Canada, in Manitoba, that we'll have to watch out for. But right now it looks like this is tomorrow. Doesn't look too bad, but you see what's going on here, that this is going up into Canada, so this may wind up eventually arching back down toward us. But right now it looks like we shouldn't be dealing with any smoke for tomorrow or Wednesday, so we should be good with that as well. But again, very unusual weather that we're seeing across the area. Very, very almost unheard of type weather patterns occurring that I've never ever seen before. And this is all, again, due to this changing climate that we have. We don't have a jet stream, so when you have no jet stream, there is no order to the atmosphere, and things can go any way. Weather can move from northeast to southwest. That's what happens when you don't have any steering mechanisms in the atmosphere to do anything. You kind of get these Hadley cells, and things just kind of work on their own without a jet stream, and that's what you're seeing pretty much. You just don't have a jet stream to move things around. I do want to look at a few other models. We'll go to the windy.com model, and this is the European model. Now, this is the other, pronounced global model that we have that we can look at here as far as systems go. And I'll put this in the cloud mode, so you generally get an idea. It just generally shows you where the storms are. And you'll see there's the clouds tomorrow. The Euro seat pushes them to the south on Wednesday. Thursday should be nice too. Friday, we'll start seeing a few more clouds. But again, you get this unusual pattern here. It almost looks like it's trying to it's developing something over here, like just an extratropical low. But it's just an extreme, I guess you could call it a blocky pattern that's occurring. Which is, again, very unusual to see. Now, the Euro only goes out this far, all right? So the European only goes out this far, but the European's showing a little more order to it. If we look at the wind let's go to the jet stream, because I have a feeling the Europeans bring more of a trough in. All right, so let's go look at that jet stream and move it over here. So you can see there's just not much of it. There's not much order. There's no real well-defined jet stream coming into the eastern U.S. You can see there's some bit of a jet stream over here. Look at how far north it is, though. As we work our way into the weekend, you can see some more jet stream. So the European seems to think that the jet stream there will be a trough in the jet stream that will come in next week. But that's the European. The European has been horrible this whole year, and honestly, I wouldn't use it. So stick with the GFS. That's a good idea. I think of what's going on. It's picked up on a lot of this stuff. But yeah, incredible to see that we're still talking about Hurricane Sam. Look at how far north it is. Incredible. So yeah, imagine hurricane warning for Reykjavik, Iceland. It will happen one day. That's going to be it for this weather update. Take care, and thanks for watching.